Anthony Brown is, I want to say young, lover of music, a Christian, raised in a great Christian family with parents who love music as well and raised me to love God and love music. So that's a combination of who I am today.
And you grew up in Baltimore, Maryland?
I did. I'm from Baltimore, born and raised.
What side?
What side? West side.
West side.
Edmondson Avenue.
Poplar
there you go. Absolutely.
Music, the gospel music.
To music, period. Yeah, I got to give it to my parents, of course. It's my first and earliest influences. My dad is a pastor, but he's a musician for years and years. He played at his father's church, my grandfather's church, and now, he raised me to do the same thing. So that's what I grew up doing. And my mom was a singer in the choir, so they're my earliest inspirations behind music. I started playing when I was 3 years old, and from there I ministered music at the church at 12. So it's been in my blood since I was a baby. Well, earliest on, my dad was a minister at New Psalmist Baptist Church. That was Bishop Walter Scott Thomas, and so that's where I grew up in that church. And then my dad went on to pastor Shiloh Baptist Church in Edgemere, Maryland. So that's really where I developed as a musician. Absolutely, classical music is pretty much a huge base for group therapy and what I do today. I was blessed as a young man to have a choir come to my dad's church for a concert. It was Dr. Nathan Carter and the Morgan State University Choir. When I heard Dr. Carter and the choir, it changed my life forever. It changed everything that I thought about music and my influence. And so I went to the Baltimore School for the Arts. I studied classical piano and classical voice, and then went to Morgan State under Dr. Carter and studied conducting and piano. So it really is the base of what I do. And even now, doing gospel music with my singers, we put that into everything we do. Classical and music theater is all a part of what we do as group therapy. Two different worlds completely. In church we grow up with a band, with the rhythm section, as you said. You did it good. The organ, the keyboard, the drums, and that produces a certain kind of emotion. The orchestra produces another kind of emotion altogether. It causes you to sing differently. It causes you to stand differently. It's a sound in your ear that just produces something altogether different, not just for the person on stage, but even for the people who are listening in the audience. And so, to me, they're night and day, but it's a great collaboration to have them together. Oh man, it's worlds apart. It's worlds apart because the rhythm section in church, we grew up with that. The organ, the keyboard, the drums, the bass. It produces a certain kind of emotion. Well, the orchestra brings out something altogether different. It brings out a different side for me musically that causes me to rise up in a different way. It encapsulates a whole different feeling, a different emotion. I think not just for the people on stage, but even for those who are in the audience. Oh man, I'm so honored. When I got the phone call, I was like, me? They want me to come? Because that's a part of the world that I'm in, and so I thought it was a perfect fit. My singers, again, are a good number of them are classically trained, and we, read and study in our rehearsals. And so when I got the phone call, I was just super honored to be a part. Oh, absolutely. In fact, on my first project, I did a selection with orchestra. I did actually two songs with orchestra, and one of them we're doing tonight. A song called Water, yes. I did with orchestra, and I would not finish the project. I wouldn't let them close the project out until I got what I wanted, which was an orchestra. So, for sure, my next project and the one after that and the one after that, you will always hear a marriage of all the different influences in music that I have.
Well, we definitely look forward to seeing you on another Gospel Goes Classic.
Please, Ms. Jean, tell him.
He looks forward to it. And I just want to congratulate you. I'm so proud of you for being on the top of the chart all the time. On the chart longer than Kirk Franklin.
Hey, it's been a minute. I'm telling you.
God, it's good.
Yeah, I think this week we're at what's that? 68 weeks or so. Mm-hmm. So it's been quite a minute, and I'm honored.
Well, it's been such a pleasure meeting you in person.
Yes, ma'am.
And talking with you, and looking forward to seeing you on the next Gospel.
Thank you so very much.